There are some myths about life insurance in the African American communities. Now, these myths I've heard, and I'm sure that many of you have heard them. And since then, I've learned better, and I want to share it with you. Now, many of the misinformed information was handed down to us by our families, our parents and friends, grandparents. But where did many of this come from? Have you ever thought, where did they get this information from? Now, unfortunately, many of the myths come from life insurance agents. Yes, I said it, life insurance agents. So when I say this, I really mean in a way that the information was shared with us, with no meaning of education behind it, not given options on different types of insurance. And some of this was done intentionally, I think. Now, there are many reports, news clips, history that proves that African Americans was dealt a different hand when it comes to life insurance. Growing up in Black communities, we've always seen the insurance man come around to grandmama's house, and a lot of times these agents, many of them did not look like me. And that's just the way it was. And in the early 1900s, when our grandparents and great-grandparents purchased life insurance, they were offered less coverage than our counterparts, and for different reasons for the purchase. Along the way, the life insurance industry missed an opportunity to educate and inform. This is why I'm here. Education is the key to countering any of these myths and misunderstandings. I am Cynthia Scott with Cynthia Scott Insurance Agency, where we educate and debunk any misinformation about insurance. Please like and subscribe and turn on that notification bell so that you're notified when we put out new videos. So when we learn about life insurance, we learn very little, and a lot of times it was not the best. Now, I will share with you in another live session about my first life insurance policy before I was an agent. So let's get back to the myths. This takes us to myth 1. Life insurance is only for final expense. Only. Many Black Americans come from communities that come to view life insurance as a way to cover final expenses. And this is mostly comes from life insurance agents, how they presented it to our parents, and it passed on to us. And when we think about having only enough coverage for final expense, it depresses you to even discuss purchasing life insurance. Who wants to talk about death? And when you hear the word final, it makes you cringe. So life insurance does not have to mean final expense. You have many of the benefits that you can have inside of your life policy that are called living benefits. Yes, living. Now, these are things that you can use while you're living. Myth number 2 is, I'm healthy and I don't need it. Now, first of all, I want you to realize that anything can happen to anyone at any time. Your family could suffer in your absence. If you were diagnosed with a condition today, getting life insurance tomorrow could either be impossible or very expensive. And second, policies for those that are older that promises not to turn you down regardless of your age, often they are limited benefits during the first few years. Get life insurance while you're healthy and younger, before anything occurs and jeopardizes your health. Now, myth number 3, life insurance doesn't help me. Now, if you don't have a family or a loved one and who don't need your financial support, you may not realize the value that these policies can offer. However, some options, such as your high cash value life insurance policy, is beneficial. They provide you with an opportunity to borrow inexpensively from your life insurance policy, acting almost like a bank, which is one of your living benefits. So your life insurance has many benefits that you can access, which takes us to myth 4. Myth 4 is only for my beneficiary. Have you ever heard that? The beneficiary is the person that you've named to receive the death benefit at the time of your death. But remember, again, there are living benefits that you can access while you are living. such as accelerated death benefit. Now, this living benefit pays out a portion of your policy if you ever face a terminal illness. Disability waiver or premium. Now, this living benefit is when the insurance company pays your premium in the event that you suffer from a long-term disability for 6 months or more. Myth number 5. I already have life insurance. I have it on my job. Now, this extends beyond the Black community, but many think because they have life insurance through their job, through their employer, they're good to go. The mentality is, I've worked, I've done a great job, I'm going to utilize these benefits, and that's enough for me. But in reality, if your health fails and you no longer have that job, you may very well lose your coverage, meaning it's not portable. But the question you should ask is, how do I supplement what you already have to make sure that your family is completely covered? So this is just a few of the myths that has robbed many of us, particularly in our African American communities, about life insurance. Now, I want to continue to advocate for you, educate yourselves, your family, and your children about insurance. It's not to be afraid. It's a good thing to have for our families. It's called protection. I believe that once we start to see life insurance for what it really is, protection, wealth transfer, opportunities, security, retirement, tax-free opportunities, then and only then I think that we would appreciate even having a discussion about life insurance. So these are some of the myths that we've seen in African American communities. I want you to watch our other video about if life insurance will pay in event of a suicide.